Welcome, welcome, welcome. How's it going, guys? Everyone all right? Let's just get a few things set up before we start. Oh, we've got lots to talk about this week. It's going to be a good one. We're going to kick it off with a live quote. Oh. For a real customer who I didn't manage to get back to on Saturday because, well, I've started my week off. I'm taking a week off, and I'm trying to discipline myself. And I got back to her and I said I'm just with my family at the moment, so I'll have to get back to you in a couple of days. And so I thought I'd take the opportunity tonight to put the quote together and send it across to her tonight. So we'll do that together. William, you're right, mate. I've been waiting for this for 4 days. Binged all of your videos. Oh, nice, mate. That's good to know. Thank you. Small update for the channel. I've discovered low latency mode on YouTube Live. So hopefully it means I'll pretty much see your messages as you type them, rather than there being like a mad 30-second delay or something. So that'll be nice. Hey, evening, under pressure. Liam, CDS, evening. Charlie, you right, mate? First ceiling job, broke 2 rollers and my sprayer. I saw you put a post on one of the pressure washing pages, mate. I ordered the chapping one you have, but I feel frustrated as I planned for everything and it went wrong. Also, how do you clean your sprayer out? It depends. Sometimes with like a water-based sealer, I'll just fill it up with water and sort of flush it through and keep shaking it. But with the acrylic-based sealers, I'll use xylene. You can get xylene from Toolstation, or you can order it from Pure Seal. I'm sure you can get it from loads of other places as well. Everyone doing all right then? I'm supposed to be having a week off, but I've done nothing but work so far. I'm covered in glue. Never spray carpet glue in shorts because it's all over me. And I got hairy legs as well, and so it sticks to all my hairs on my legs, and I feel like I'm just waxing myself every time I pull it off. Joe, you alright, mate? I'm very well. How are you doing? Should we get straight into it? I feel like I'm sitting a bit squiffy. Oh, right. Oh. Any big jobs? I saw you made friends with a frog. I did. Yeah, I love that. I found like 4 frogs and a toad. I love it. What did I do last week? I can't even remember the jobs I did last week. I remember I did that big porcelain job, which was interesting because I couldn't use pressure, no access, absolute nuisance, and it took me half the day just because I was being quite meticulous. Like, I was charging a decent whack, but I wanted to get a really good result at the same time. So I literally swept up everything, and there was constant stuff falling from the trees all the way around. And but yeah, I really wanted to get a good result for this lady. She was really lovely. She took a before picture from the bedroom window and then an after picture once I'd left as well. She sent those to me. But I was quite pleased with that. This was literally just hypo, surfactant and a splash of synergy. Came up really good, to be fair. She was very pleased with it. Made some good progress with your equipment. Tell me about it. What's have you been changing it, or have you upgraded? I've seen people mix xylene in the sprayer then reuse it again. Do you do that? Yes. Yeah, if it's an acrylic based sealer, it sort of dilutes the sealer, and then you can If the sealer is like xylene based, you can pour that mixture back into like a tank or a tub and use it again next time to clean the same equipment out. It will last quite a while. Mitchell, bro, it's happening. I bought a van and load of bits, ordering pressure washer this week. 21 LPM, nice, can't wait. Nice, well done, mate. You guys sound like you're moving along. It's a bit more blurry than usual. Which, the camera or the whole stream? Is the whole stream blurry? Can you change like quality settings? I've gone like super low latency mode, so if it's a problem, I'll end the stream and I'll restart and I'll try a different one. If anyone else is having issues, let me know and I'll change it. I'm trying something a bit different this week, just so that I see your messages quicker. All good on your end. Try and adjust the quality. Stream is good with me. GX390 with a 21 LPM pump. Trailer. Bowser. All in one. It's a monster. No way. Have you got any pictures, Joe? Send some pictures somewhere. Instagram. I had a girl contact me on TikTok, and she asked if I would promote her game. She's got like a phone game, and she wants me to promote it on her TikTok, on my TikTok. And she wants a quote. I'm like, how do you quote that? It's not even relevant to my audience. It's a random game. To me, it's the whole stream, but don't restart. I'll look at the settings. Okay, mate, just let me know if it continues and I can try and change it. We'll get straight into this quote in just a second, guys. I'll just say a hello to everyone. Ooh, I can't zoom in. Oh, I can. Oh, that's a proper jobby, ain't it? What's that, like a 350 litre tank? Or a 400 litre tank? That's the sort of, is that a high pressure reel on the top? That's cool. Have you ever used a trailer before, mate? I'm scared of trailers. One, I've got nowhere to store it. And two, I just don't trust myself driving with a trailer. Oh, you've got a caravan, fair enough. Oh god, I'm getting your messages like straight away as I'm talking. It's perfect. This is so much better for like context of, you know, when I say something and they're like 30 seconds to a minute later you guys reply and then I forgot what I was talking about, and so the reply just doesn't make any sense to me. This is a game changer. That's a cool setup, man. Plenty of space on there for like bits and bobs as well. You could do some signage on the side or on the back as well if you wanted to. Many options with that. Awesome. And have you got a car or have you got a van? Because like what a perfect way to start your business if you've only got a car and if you're just doing it on the side, to have like a trailer so you can just whack it on whenever you're going out to a job. That's pretty perfect, isn't it, really? Idyllic. I've been working on my van today. Like, I'm supposed to be on a week off, but I've done nothing but tinker. I've pulled out all the lining, you know, the plyboard on the bottom of the van. I've pulled everything out. Got a new piece cut, drawn a template around it, got the jigsaw cutter out and gone round it, and then I've glued some lino to the new one so it's all like nice and waterproof, just in case I have any leaks or anything. It's posh, man. It looks well good. I'm pleased. Better than usual. Nice. Nice. Already made inquiries about signage. Nice. Just needs a good clean. It does look like it needs a clean. On that, get yourself some like no nonsense degreaser from Screwfix or something, or if you can, order some Synergy from Pure Seal, and just try and foam it all over, and that'll just sort of melt off. That will. How's everyone going? I hope I haven't missed anyone out. Do you guys want to see today's quote? Let's have a look at some froggies first. Look at these little boyos. I literally just took this video for my son. My son loves like frogs and newts and all sorts. I believe if you didn't pass your driving test before 1996, you can't use a trailer for work purposes without getting training. Yeah, I think before 1996. Are you sure it's not if you're born before? I wonder what my driving license says. Someone contacted me for a quote the other day. Hey Gary, you right, mate? Grandfather's rights. That's a cool name for a law. Someone contacted me for a quote the other day, and look at the pictures they sent me. It's not very clear here, but look at the state of that. He said, I've killed all the weeds. He went over it all with like a salt mix, like a salt and water mix, which apparently is a really good weed killer. But there's just no pointing left between any of those slabs. It's literally just weeds with a few slabs between. I just said, mate, I would just make a right mess with that with my pressure washer, and it won't look any better. And then within 2 weeks, all the weeds will be back. I just said you need to get that ripped up and relayed, really. And then he asked me if I can provide a quote for that. I'm like, nope, sorry. Oh, it got updated. Ah, nice. So today's quote comes from a lady just down the road. She actually lives where I used to live. Measures at around about 100 square meters, give or take. It's a full wraparound block paved driveway with a patio around the back, path down the side. I've had a look on Google Earth, and there is no drain at the bottom of this drive. And so when I'm washing all the water down, it's literally just going to go into the road, and there's like no drain in sight. The next drain is like 50-60 meters down the road, and I'm not gonna like wash all the sand and all the dirty water. I'll end up washing the whole road, so I don't know what's best for this one. I'm thinking about investing in one of them like socks, you know, the water socks, or water snake. No, not a water snake. Not a cock, not a water cock either. Oh god. Yeah, one of these. Oh, Screwfix do them. Yeah, one of these. Absorbent sock. Are they like one-time use though? Suitable for water, oil, chemicals. Quickly contains and stops spills from spreading. Does not drip when saturated. Excellent fluid retention. So how do you like get rid of the water out of that one then? That song was too intense. That job needs a steamer on it. I mean, even with a steamer, I can't see that coming up. Is that for work purposes though? My last site job, the lads couldn't use their trailer. Oh, that's... I don't know anything about it. I've not looked into trailers at all, really. Has anyone got one of these socks? Anyone recommend them? Oh, big yellow one there, look. 10-pack. I feel like these are one-time use and then you throw them away. But I just want something to like divert the water rather than catch the water. You know what I mean? Oh, does it? I'll have to shoot him a message and see if he can point me in the right direction. They're only used once. Get some 6-inch flat hose, seal it up on one end, and then fill it and clamp the other end. Oh, that's an interesting idea. Like fill it with water, or like sand. I have one, mine is plastic on the outside. Ah. Okay, nice. I just don't want like a big horrible wet sock in the van after I've finished the job, you know what I mean? Because it's going to be dirty as well. Yeah, that's a good idea. Jake, you need to read our WhatsApp chat. We were chatting about them the other day. Oh, I must have missed that. Should work as a filter and stop the dirt if filled with sand. Yeah. Yeah, because I just don't want like dirty water running into the road, because then I'm going to have to clean the road then. Yeah, about 100 meters squared. Wrap around. Not too bad. Like there's a few weeds, but it's not filthy. Potentially when the new machine comes, this could potentially be a surface cleaner job rather than a turbo nozzle jobbo. Oh, Joe, you're lovely. Yeah, wraps around the whole outside of the patio. Haven't asked about a water supply, but I'm assuming they've got one with like a garden like this. Joe, that is very, very kind of you. Thank you, mate. Really appreciate it. With the £4 donation. Joe, you sent a donation last week. Starbucks. For the cost of your donations, you could have become a channel member. I'm just thinking of you. You can join our private special people only group. But I really do appreciate the donation, mate. Thank you so much. How many litres per minute is your machine? My current one is 15 litres per minute. I think it's like 200 30 bar. I can't remember what bar it is. Well, this is going to be tricky trying to keep up with messages now with this new low latency stuff. I was going to buy one. They're expensive, so you made one. I might have to. That could be like an idea for a video. How's the music volume, by the way? I feel like it's really loud in my ear, but it's probably different for you guys. How much is the private chat one? It's £5 a month, I believe. So this lady has also asked if I can scrape the moss off the roof, which I quite enjoy doing actually on these lower roofs. It's quite a satisfying job, and it finishes like there. There's the cut off to the next person's house. They've had theirs done, but what I've offered her is an additional biocide treatment, which is obviously gonna gradually clean the tiles, prevent the regrowth cycle of the moss, and it's also gonna gradually get them back to their original colour. And so there should be quite a stark difference. After 3 or 4 months, you should start seeing a difference between hers and the neighbours. Oh, Joe, you didn't have to do that, mate. That wasn't what I was insinuating. I was just letting you know that the option was available. Mate, thank you so much. That's very kind. What a contribution already. We've only just started. What will the new one be? I wasn't going to talk about it, but shall I give you a world exclusive? Live stream viewers only. Deep insight. Next week video. Early look. So the new machine is going to be 30 litres per minute, 200 bar, and it looks insane, and I'm very pleased with it. And it's not even built yet. Thank you, Joe. You've inspired me, so it's a small cost to pay. Also reading the Roller Coaster Entrepreneur. Are you? Oh, that's cool. I listened to the audio book. I'm not very good at reading. Listen to it, yeah. It's easier when you're just in the van or in the car, just scooting around. So guys, I don't know if any of you saw in today's video, I've put a sneaky little link in the description for a new tool that I've been working on. And we can take this information that we've got here and we can feed it into my new tool, and I'm putting it out there for you guys to use if you want to. Smouty's quoting tool. This is just like a work in progress. It's not finished, it's not perfect, but it's functional at the moment. And I want you guys to try it, test it out, and let me know how you get on with it. How am I going to do this? Let's make it like that. Let's do that. So, the basics of how to use this tool. I'm going to quickly run you through it, and we'll get our price. And we'll go from there. So for this particular job, it's a block paving job. So generally, what I charge is £4 per square metre. We've got I'm not totally certain on the measurements on this. Like, it's around 100 square meters, but I'm going to bring it down to 95. I'm going to click yes. We are resanding, and this adds an additional 50p per square meter, and that's just for the labor, which I'm going to play around with. I want you to be able to edit this number here, but I haven't quite got around to it yet because it's quite a lot of like coding. It's almost like Java. You've got to. I'm like slowly learning HTML and Java and stuff while I'm doing all this. So it's going to estimate based on 95 square meters. I've just done for now one 25 kilogram bag of kiln dried sand will go roughly 10 square meters. Obviously it depends on the joint sizes. Where have my little comments gone? I had some little comments on all these. Maybe I need to use my original. Hang on a sec. I think it's because I'm opening a copied version of it. What am I doing? Bear with me just a sec. Risky letting us see your search history. I've got no demons in my closet. I've got nothing to hide. Right, so this one, if you hover over, I'm hoping this will be in the final version, but I'm not sure if it will. If you hover over these, it will sort of explain how it's broken down. And so if you hover over the sand price, this assumes a coverage of around 10 meters squared per 25 kilogram bag. That's really, it really should be around 15 meters squared, I reckon. And it says here, for reference, the average UK driveway is around the average UK parking space is around 11.5 square meters. So I'd rather underestimate than overestimate. Sorry, I'd rather overestimate than underestimate, because that way, if you're using this calculator and you buy too little sand, it's going to be annoying, isn't it? Arden, you're right, mate. Garden maintenance, evening. You okay? So it's predicting based on £4 per square meter. Let's go 95 square meters. Yes, we're going to resand. No, we're not sealing, because this will also work out the amount of sealer you need. So this is I'm quite proud of this bit, because you can find your supplier of the sealer, and generally at the bottom of the page when you're looking at sealers, it will tell you roughly what the coverage is, roughly how far it will go. So you can click this box. That will add £1.50 per square meter for sealing. So that's your labour for sealing. And then materials here, it's going to work out based on the cost you put in. So if you've got like, let's just get an example so it's easy. Screw fix. Let's type in sealer. And if we get our no nonsense, where is it? No nonsense patio sealer. So £18.49 for 5 litres. So we'll do £18.49 divided by 5. So £3.69 per litre, that is. So I'll put that here. Oops. Am I not allowed to change it? Do I need to put a pound sign? What's going on? It's not working. How embarrassing. And then you type in the coverage here, and then it works out how much you need. So 38 litres I need here. And then you can work out how much you're going to charge. And you can put a percentage markup on the materials. So this will mark up the sand cost, and it'll mark up the sealer cost. And you can change this to just do like 0%, or you can do 15% if you're feeling greedy. I think the average is 10% markup. So I'm not sealing, so it's going to not take into account all that, but I am sanding. Cost of sand at the minute. Let's go B&Q, £6.80. See, it's letting me change these. I don't know why it's not letting me change the cost of the sealer. So this gives us a base price, and it's got a breakdown at the bottom here. So price per square metre total is £4.50. Total cost of sand is 64 quid. And then the materials cost, including the markup, 10%, is 71 quid. So it gives you a little breakdown at the bottom. You'd use it, would you? Buy a mudsucker, I'm alright. It's just, I haven't got room in the van, that's all, Stephen. And if we think this price might be too high, we can reduce our base price to £3.50, and that'll reduce it quite considerably. Still an additional 50p per square metre here for the resanding. Now that I'm explaining it, it feels quite convoluted, but because I understand how it works, like it's quite simple for me. But do you guys think this is too much for someone who's just trying to do a quick quote? I feel like once you've used it once and you've got your base prices for stuff, it's quite easy to create a quote. This isn't creating a quote for your customer, this is just creating the quote for you. Would you put the 10% markup on the invoice? How many customers are you actually giving invoices to? That's the other thing. Like, are you writing out invoices to every customer? Yeah, I know it connects to the pressure washer, but the issue with the mudsucker is they're quite bulky. It's quite a big item. Not necessarily something I want to carry around with me for the odd occasion where I need it. Because I already carry the gutter vacuum with me, and that's sort of more versatile because I can actually do gutter work with it. Whereas the mudsucker has like one purpose. On the quote, you could give the materials cost. So you could say here the sand is going to cost you 71 quid or 70 quid. In actual fact, it's going to cost them 64 quid, but you've got your 10% on there, and it's up to them if they want to then go through the effort of like finding a cheaper alternative. But there's no shame in putting a markup on your materials cost, because you're taking the effort to, outside of the working hours of the job, you're having to either spend time ordering the product, or you're going to have to go pick it up, fill up your van, and then drive to the job. Like, it's all time that you've got to consider. You shouldn't necessarily be doing things for free, although up until this point I haven't done a markup on my materials costs. The only time I've done a markup is charging for things like delivery on materials. Jake, it's calculating half a bag, but you can't buy half a bag. Constructive info. Yeah, I see. I appreciate that. Yeah, I see what you're saying. So it's 9.5 bags. Yeah, you're right. I'm starting to wonder whether So before, say for example, I need 20 litres of sealer for this particular job. The sealer only comes in 25 litres, and so I'm having to charge the customer for 25 litres of sealer plus delivery, even though I'm not using it all. And that might run over onto the next job. I might use that additional 5 litres on someone else's property, and then I'm charging them for the sealer as well. And so what I'm thinking is, if I can get to the point where I'm bulk buying some stuff, like I saw someone put in a massive Pure Seal order the other day. It was insane. They must have spent thousands. There was barrels and barrels of sealer, there was loads of hypo, loads of synergy, all the different like Oil Tech Pro, and all the different smelly gels for the rust removal. They had everything. Don't know where they're storing it. They must have some sort of storage facility, but they must have spent thousands. And when you get to that point, then I feel like it makes sense to like charge the customer for exactly what you're using plus the markup. I don't know, I might be talking nonsense. I don't really know. I haven't thought it through. Any feedback on this tool? How did you mark it when you first started, Liam? Just before and after pictures on my Facebook page. It looks decent, mate. It would help get through quotes quicker. You reckon? I think I'm going to stick at 3.5 because it's a bigger area. Like if this was 50 square meters, I might go back up to 4 meters squared, £4 per square meter. But because it's quite a large area, I'm going to drop my price slightly, and I think I'm happy with that. 450 quid for the wash and resand. And then for the roof, has anyone got any thoughts on the roof? So bearing in mind it stops where that gutter, where that downpipe is. This is literally just going to get, my process here is ladder, extended brush, brushing all the moss down, vacuum the gutter, and then apply biocide with the gardener backpack and water fed pole. You think it looks good? Oh cool. Well, the link is in the description to my newest video, and the link will be in the description of all of my future videos, and it's something I'm going to keep working on. So basically every time you hit that link, it'll be the most up-to-date version that you can download and just start using it for yourself, as long as you've got a Google account. You can also use it on your phone. It's quite nice to use on your phone, but you've got to have the Google Sheets app installed. Just had another quote come through. I'm just going to quickly respond and say, yes, no problem. Can I take your full address and name, please? £100 plus chemicals. Minimum charge for roof cleans and biocide. Yeah, I agree. I think if I'm incorporating it into a driveway clean, like if I'm not coming out just for this, I quite enjoy doing these as well. Like it's quite satisfying work. I've started to get more comfortable up ladders as well recently. Considering I'm going to have to vacuum out the gutter afterwards, I think £100's reasonable. Hi RB, you're right mate. Do you guys think £100? I'm happy including chemical application in that, because if I'm on the same day, if you know, if I'm already there doing the drive, I think I'm happy including the chemical application. This is another thing with this base price here. If you're going to do £3.50 for block paving, if you plan on doing a hypo treatment on the block paving afterwards, you might want to increase that to £4 and then explain to the customer that you've got an additional chemical treatment on the drive there as well. It's up to you, like how you want to break it down. If it's within the job, just 100 quid. Has the stream gone black for anyone else? I've changed the stream to low latency mode so that I see your messages a lot quicker. But if it's causing people problems, then I'll end the stream and I'll restart it with a slightly different setting. At the moment it's like ultra low latency, so that your messages come through super quick. But I can change it to just low latency. Maybe try refreshing the stream and let me know. Oh, my back. Stream is good, okay. So I'm going to go in at 450 for this one. Let's just get her name. I'm going to type the message out now and I'm just going to send it now. Michaela. Good evening, Mick. Ella. Apologies for the delay. I've taken some time off work with my family. Nope, I don't need to say any of that. Apologies for the delay. Here's your quote. So I've already explained the biocide to her, so she knows what to expect from the chemical treatment. Let's do 95, approximately 95 meters squared. All right, Dimitri. Block paved drive. Shall I break it down? Shall I separate drive and rear patio, or shall I just leave it as that? Let's work this out. So it's going to be 380 for the wash. And then resand is going to be another 70. All in one. Breakdown always good. Garden maintenance says all in one. Oh nice, okay William. I know you mentioned your type, but have you thought about using a software like QuickBooks for the quotes and invoices? No, I've not looked into any software when it comes to quoting. Do you think it would help? Is it worth looking into? Roof, lower roof scrape. I'm just going to break it down like this. And then I'm going to say that as part of the lower roof scrape, I will also clear out the gutter below. Jake, where do you live and work at? Jake, where do you live and work areas? I live in Redditch and I work within like, say 10-15 miles around Redditch. Itemize the price, you reckon? I'll have a look into that, RB. QuickBooks. I'll have a little mooch. I'm available, as I said before. I'm available on, I think I already gave her a date because she wanted to know if I could get it in before the end of the month, I think. 31st to begin the clean. To carry out the clean. I don't think I've been through, like, I'd like her to move furniture and stuff from that rear patio, although it doesn't look like there's that much on there. There's a barbecue and there's some bikes and stuff, patio furniture. So let's say if you could move any furniture or pots off the patio, that would be very helpful. Like, I'm not too bothered if she can't, or if she doesn't for whatever reason on this one, because it all looks like it's fairly light stuff and it's not going to take me long. But when you've got like 30 different plant pots and stuff, it's a backbreaker, and it will take you like 15-20 minutes just before you've even started the job. So something to consider. I would put scrape and bio together, as mentioned gutter to be cleaned after, and mention gutter to be cleaned after. Like this. £8 a month for a cheap option, but doesn't allow quotes. £13 a month for quotes. Oh, see, that seems like a lot. Do you know what I mean? Geed. I'm sorry, I don't know how to say that. Yes, I did use PTFE tape. PFTE. Is it PTFE or PFTE? I did. Yeah, I use that on most fittings, most metal fittings. Did I not put that in the video? They see the price for each of the areas. You reckon break this down then? How are we breaking this down? It means I'll have to sort of measure it out again individually, which I don't really want to do. We could freestyle it and say drive clean, patio clean, and then get like an average. So 380, 150, do 180 and then 200 for the rear. How does that look instead? And get rid of this. Is that better? What we reckoning? Cool. And then I'm just going to put a disclaimer. Waste removed from the block paving and moss from the roof will be bagged up and left on site. So please consider appropriate. Please consider a suitable place to dispose. Garden waste bin / compost pile. It wasn't in the video, sorry about that. Yeah, I definitely should have mentioned that. I think I did get a leak when I made the video, and then after I'd finished recording, I think I went back and retaped it, but I didn't record that because the video was already out. I found by breaking down areas, some clients opt to have one part done, and if you're doing a decent price for the whole lot, you can be worse off. Yeah, I totally agree. Yeah, I started breaking stuff down quite early on, I think, when I was quoting. Something my mum told me. The reason I break stuff down is because my mum said she had two quotes to install some block paving on her drive. They were both the exact same price, but the one person broke down the materials and the labour, so she knew why she was paying and what she was paying for. That's the only reason she went with that company over the other. Something to think about. Please let me know if you have any questions. Jake. Do we think that's good? Yeah, I think I'm happy with that. So where are we at in terms of total? 180, 200, 70, 100, so 550. Jake, in my quote, I always say to remove the sand between the joints and replace with kiln dried sand, just as an idea for you. I think in my opinion, the customer already sort of gathers that from this bit here, personally. Right, I'm going to send it. I'm alright with that, I think. I'm just going to quickly check my calendar to make sure I haven't booked over that slot that I promised her. Nope. Perfect. Personally, if they opt for one area, you could offer the same price for a return visit at a different time. Then right at the bottom, mandatory payment of coffee and cake. To be fair, my my customers recently have been great with the coffee and the cake. So I think that definitely sped up the I think that definitely sped up the quote using my quoting tool. It needs some refining, but I'm happy with that. Seems quite accurate. Right, we'll probably get a live response here as well. Some of the other ones, some of the other quotes that I've done, I don't know about that one. Some of the other quotes I've done, I've sent them the next morning after the stream. This one I'm sending right now, so we might get a message back to tell us how she feels about the price we've given. I'm wondering why. I'm just going to try and figure this out real quick. Oh, I can change it now. It's because I was logged into a different account. I was logged into my other account and it wouldn't let me change it because I wasn't authorized. Because I've made this something that you can't change. But now that that's changed, the price of the sealer gets updated. And if the sealer coverage is like 7 meters squared, that'll change how much you need. And if you only need one coat, that will also change how much you need. And I think this is because you're putting in your own information based on the sealer that you're choosing. This should be very accurate. If the supplier's information is accurate and up to date, then this should work really well. And if you've got like one sealer that you always use, it will already be like pre-populated, and you can use this tool really quickly. Yeah, I'm happy with that. Cool. Okay. I've put these links here, and I can't remember what they are. So this is going to be interesting. We're going to find out together. Okay, that one's gone. Nice. What was this one? Oh, here we go. Looking for some help. I cleaned and sealed this driveway, but now it's gone a milky colour. JT, welcome. So this is, I've got first-hand experience of this. This happened to me recently. And I'm guessing this is like a similar issue where it's either been applied in extreme temperatures or the rain has affected it. And that is devastating. And you can see the sand has come out from between the joints as well, so that the rain has washed a lot of that out. It's like it's not had time to cure before the rain's got to it. And he put a picture up as well of how it looked when he sealed it. So it looked great when he did it. Yeah, you'd be devastated, wouldn't you? Strange how you can see circles from like the turbo nozzle and then the surface cleaner. Like, why would you be able to see circles? Has he tried to like pressure wash the sealer off afterwards? Do you take deposits for potential work you have booked in? only if I need to order materials. So if she wanted sealer, then I'd charge her for the delivery and the cost of the sealer up front. Because I made that mistake before. I paid 280 quid for some sealer, and then she cancelled. She had the clean done, but she chose not to have it sealed because there was some wobbly slabs and stuff, and she wanted to get that sorted first. So I just had this sealer in my back garden, and it was from Pure Seal, so I can't really send it back. And I'll probably use it on another job, but I'm just sat on like 200 and however much quid's worth of sealer that I can't do anything with, and it was a total waste of money. I did eventually use it, but it's just annoying, isn't it? You should give a date for the quote to be valid from. Yeah, I think there's a lot more I should be doing really when it comes to quoting, and maybe I'll rather than sending quotes over messages, which is just like the easier, quicker option for me at the minute to get quotes back to people as quickly as possible, so they're not waiting around. If I had a quoting form, and I can just populate the areas with square meterage, price, breakdown, terms and conditions at the bottom, then the customer will be like a lot more clear on what did I say about. Oh yeah, it's fine. So I do need to put more information in my quotes, but when it's when it's just a WhatsApp message, you don't want to put like an essay. If it was an email quote, or maybe I need to do like an attachment where they can open like a PDF file and see like a full quote, like a breakdown. I don't know. I do need to change it. Are you contacted through Facebook mainly? I think so. I think probably 60% Facebook, 30% recommendations, and maybe 10% Instagram, TikTok, YouTube. Because I don't do any other advertising really. When I say really, I don't do any other advertising, so it is mainly Facebook. I barely post on my Instagram as well. I only got Instagram because everyone else was using it, and I don't really enjoy copying all my stuff from my Facebook post, and then I've got to copy all the text, re-upload everything to Instagram. It's just a bit of a pain really. I'd rather just do it on the one platform. That sealer was put down in extreme heat. Yeah, so the one I did, he said you shouldn't do it over 22 degrees, and I think that's what messed it up. Because I managed to find this website where you can see previous weather conditions, and on that day it was 22 degrees and upwards, so yeah, my fault there. And I've actually got to go back to that one again. After rectifying it once, she's called me again, or contacted me again to say there's still some sand in like a small area at the bottom of the drive coming out of the joints, and I'm just like devastated. I was heartbroken when she sent me that message. I was like, oh my god, I've already been back once to try and figure it out. I said, did the rest of the drive look good? And she said, yeah, the rest of it's fine, it's just this one small area. So like, that's whew. I watched one of Dave's videos the other day, and he had a cool idea. He said he got it off the Pure Seal course, but I don't remember. I don't remember noticing it. I just thought I'd show you guys. Adverts. Makes you think rain though, doesn't it, with the sand missing from the joints? Yeah, that's definitely contributed. The sand from the joints is definitely rain, but the cloudiness is more like extreme temps, but it's hard to know really. Here we go. I just thought this was like a neat little tip. Look at this little filler cap that he uses. He's unscrewed the lid and he's got one of these caps that screw on the top. How cool is that? Just tips it over, fills it up. Still gets it everywhere, like, but yeah, I'm gonna get myself a couple of them, I think, because I think they're just a generic thread, aren't they? Those barrels. Also, I saw a couple of things in Sid's new video. His boots, for one. He's got some orange boots on that I want. And he's also got this lovely bright orange hose. Look at that. Look at that low pressure hose he's got. Look. And it looks massive. It looks bigger than mine. Sid's hose looks bigger than mine. So I might try and see where he's got that from. I don't think he puts his stuff in his description. Might have to send him a message. I'm sure he's probably too busy to reply, but worth a go. I want everything orange. Everything. You can see his reel. Just behind there. Look, that big old hose on that reel. Hi Jake, how's things? Looking forward to hearing about your upgrade. Ride clean. How's it going, man? Yeah, I'm looking forward to it. I'm going to be doing lots of filming this week to. You know, website with terms and conditions and a link. Oh, that's a good idea. A link to the website or a link to something with terms and conditions. I haven't got a website yet, but good idea. I like that. Sorry for the bombardment. The number on your van, does that bypass to your phone? It did until my broadband supplier decided that they didn't want to give me that number anymore. I upgraded my broadband. And they said, oh, by the way, you can't have your phone. You can't have a phone now that you've upgraded your broadband. So, oh, nice. We should have told me that before. Before I got my van sign written. Before I got all my business cards printed. Really annoying. Because I was paying like £3 a month extra for it to divert to my mobile. Very annoying. What boiler have you gone for? Dave, you're assuming I've gone for a boiler. I haven't. I don't want a boiler. Do you know you can use the Facebook Business Suite that will automatically post all your Facebook posts onto Instagram? I think my Instagram is linked to my personal Facebook account. I want to know where he's got these fittings from. See these tank fittings here, because I need a 90-degree fitting on my tank. I'm guessing they're PWCS, PSWC. I have a template for my quotes, emails. Emails is what I would use, to be honest. I would also take deposits for all potential work. And take it off the final bill, non-refundable. Yeah, I feel weird taking money from people when I haven't even, like, sometimes I haven't even met them. Like I'll do remote quotes like for this lady. I've never met her, and I'm already asking her for like 150 quid up front, and it just feels wrong, but I know what you're saying. Like if they cancel last minute, it could really put you out. It is a beast, mate. It is insane. I think it's the best part of like 10 or 12 grand, isn't it? JT, massively thankful for your shared knowledge. Full-time firefighter in the process of working out if it's viable business to do on my days off. Maybe 3 days a week. Would love your honest opinion. JT, welcome to the stream, mate. That's a bit of a career change, isn't it, from a firefighter to a pressure washer? I suppose you're in the same. You work with water, high pressure, so it's not too far from what you're used to. But definitely, I mean, I don't know how much you're earning. I don't know how fulfilled you are in your job. But I think for anyone who's looking for a change and who's dedicated and committed, I think any outdoor services, window cleaning, gardening, grounds maintenance, pressure washing, I'm sure there's many more. But working for yourself particularly. PWS, thank you. Oh, that's the price, is it? Nice. There's nothing like working for yourself. It's taken me way too many years to pull the trigger and make the decision to work for myself. Sorry about this, guys. Booked and confirmed. Oh wow. I've just got a message from a company I do subcontracting work for occasionally, and the customer has sent him a note saying the food was good. This is a private chef that they've had at one of their garden parties. The food was good, but I was pretty pissed off with how much grease he spilled on the patio. He was really sloppy, throwing stuff around, putting things on the floor. So I'm going to have to take some degreaser with me on that one as well. Yes, mate, I have a product. It's a type of degreaser that should shift it. Sorry about this, guys. I'm just I've had a few quotes coming in as well, and some confirmations and various bits and bobs. So trying to keep up with stuff. Sid always replies. Nice, good to know. I actually sent him a message in January about cleaning some walls with me. Big old job that I couldn't do on my own because I didn't have Steam. Wondered if he wanted to help me, but he never replied. What machine is he running surface cleaner, get all the stuff out of the block paving? I'm not sure. It seemed to here, when he's using the surface cleaner here, he's going around the edge with the turbo nozzle. He surface cleans the whole area. And then it looks like he's just doing a rinse down afterwards with the turbo. But I can't be sure. I don't really know. But it looks like he's getting good results, and this block paving there's no visible weeds, and so I think even my surface cleaner would have done okay on this sort of block paving. 15 litres per minute. I'm guessing he's running 21, maybe 25 litres per minute. I'm hoping with my new 30 litre per minute machine I'll get much better results from my surface cleaner on block paving. So he's got the red turbo nozzle there, and it looks like, I don't think he's going too close. It looks like he's just sort of rinsing it. But at this point, if you're doing this, does it not make more sense just to turbo nozzle the whole area? I don't know if it would save time. I don't know if you'd get as good results. I was speaking to a team over at Bromsgrove the other day, and he said his process always is surface clean the entire area and then turbo nozzle the entire area. Every job. So I don't know. You also get them for 5 litre Bonnyman. Bonnyman's do them. For little 5 litre containers, you mean the little screw tops? That's good to know. Bonnyman's. His fittings are all PWS. Nice. I'm a firefighter and self-employed exterior cleaner, on-call firefighter. Oh, that's interesting. You're an on-call firefighter and a self-employed exterior cleaner. JT, maybe that's the route to go. Maybe you ask your employer if you can just be, eventually just be on call or stay on the books, like a 0-hour contract, and just come in, when they're super busy. I don't know how it works with like firefighting. I'm sure you need people to drop everything and just sort of go. So I don't know. You did on-call firefighting as well. We've got 3 firefighters in the chat. That's insane. Best decision I ever made was running my own business. I would say never doubt yourself. Just go for it. I agree. Great job, Joe, but sometimes it gets too much. I'm assuming you know that. What degreaser do you use, Jake? I use 2 different ones depending on how I'm feeling. I use No Nonsense degreaser from Screwfix, which I think is great. It's fine. I also use Synergy Pro from Pure Seal, which is more expensive, but it smells beautiful, and it does a just as good job, like if not better. I can't really tell at the moment. I haven't got enough experience with it, but very happy with the results. I use the Synergy quite a lot on gutters, fascias, soffits, and I also occasionally mix it with the Hypo as well, depending on what surface I'm cleaning. Oh, saying that, actually, on this porcelain job I did the other day, I pre-mixed the night before, which I never do. I've never done it before, but I thought, I've got a bit of a drive, I'm going to get all prepared the night before, and I had a 20 litre tub. I put 10 litres of Hypo in it. So this tub on the right here, I put 10 litres of Hypo in it. I put a litre of Synergy, and then I put 500 ml. No, not 500 ml. Yeah, 500 ml of Boost, the surfactant, the Pure Surf Boost from Pure Seal. Put all that in it, give it a little wobble about, and then left it to the next day. And when I arrived on site, shook the barrel, it got really hot. The whole barrel got really warm. Like on the outside, it was like hot to the touch. And I sort of slowly opened the lid. There was no pressure in there, it was fine. Poured it into my backpack, started using it. Everything seemed fine. It was just super hot for some reason. I don't know why. Is it good for oil? Yes. Both of them are, yeah. Spick and Span, welcome, mate. You're right. Dave says you slipped up. I slipped up. I don't know what you mean. What inch surface cleaner do you think would be best for a 21 litre per minute machine? 18 inch? Joe, I'd say around about 18 inch. Some people run higher, but then you've got like less cleaning power. I'd say 18-inch. You cover plenty of surface area, and you're focusing the flow rate on a small area. I don't even know what I'm talking about anymore. Got through all that. Links, that's done. Right, let's have a look. Full-time firefighter, shifts are 24 hours on, 72 hours off. Currently on call on my days off, but would love to replace on call with this industry. I've got a lot of research to do. That's cool. That's yeah, if you can do that, if you can slowly transition into it and just build your experience up on the side, do your friends and families patios and driveways and stuff, and just slowly build your equipment up and just see where it takes you. The jobs that you'll do for friends and family will pay for the equipment within a couple of jobs, 3 or 4 jobs. You'll have paid for your pressure washer at that point. So any reply from the quote? No, not yet. She hasn't read it yet. I'll let you know. I will let you know. What quote did we do last week? Because I don't think I got it. What was last week? The 10th. Oh, this one. We didn't get this one, guys. She said, I think we quoted 200 and... Let me see. I can't remember where I sent the quote. I think it was a text. It's so frustrating having like so many of these. I'm getting messages from like text messages, WhatsApp, Facebook, Instagram, TikTok, emails. Like it's getting a bit crazy. So we quoted 340 for the wash and resand. 76 meters squared. Quite a big one, very dirty, lots of weeds, poor drainage. And she said last year I had a quote of 180, so ideally I had a budget of £200 in mind. And I'm sure she'll have no problem finding someone that will do that job for £200. But that's not a job I'm really interested in doing for 200 quid really. I mean, if I was desperate, if I was really, really hungry for the work, I might consider it. But I just sort of said, no worries, I could come down to about 310, but that would be my lowest. And she said, no worries, thanks. So, you win some, you lose some. Roll on winter when it gets a bit quieter. What do you water hypo down to? It depends what surface I'm cleaning. So most of the time I'm doing 1 to 4 or 1 to 5. And if I want it to go a little bit further, like on this porcelain, I know I keep showing you this job, but this was just a chemical wash. This was no pressure, and I diluted this down. I had 3 litres of hypo. It was like a hypo synergy pure surf boost mix that I was doing. And I put 3 litres of that into my gardener backpack, and then filled it up to 20 with water. So what's that? Can anyone do the maths on that? 3 litres of hypo and then I filled it up to 20 litres to the top. So 17 litres of water, 3 litres of hypo. What's the ratio for that? I can't work it out off the top of my head. I'm stupid. Hope this is of some help, Chris. Check tool stop out for water barrier. Oh, you're signing your name at the end, Chris. You're talking to me. Hope this is of some help. Check tool stop for your water barrier. Quick dam. Ooh. What is this? This looks good. 17 foot. Yeah, this looks like what I need. Filled with super absorbent that swells and gels when wet. Just add water, activates in less than 10 minutes. Is this a throwaway thing though? This looks perfect. This looks exactly like what I need. You can stack them for actual floods. Dispose of in trash. This looks good, but if it's a one-time use thing, that is too much money for a one-time use. So let's have a look. Water activated. This song's a bit heavy for me. 2.5% mix you've made. Yes, it was 15% hypo, yeah. What filter did you use for the ball valve on your buffer tank? What filter did you use for the ball valve on your buffer tank? A lot of people ask me that, and I think I said in the video you could put a filter on the bottom there, but I never did. But you could. I'm sure you could probably get one from AC pressure washers. I want to search. Look what they've got on their website. Cheeky monkeys. Why can't I search? Would it be low pressure fittings? Tanks and Bowsers, they might have the kit. Here we go, look. So they supply that kit that we were talking about the other day. And that's got that little screw-in filter look. So that's the sort of thing you're after. And it looks like it's called a 3/4 inch stainless filter. So I'm sure you could probably search that in most places and you'll find what you're looking for. It's a good kit, to be fair, and if you replace the if you put the fill valve, if you get the cheaper float valve, like not that one, if you get the one that I'd recommended, decent kit. Oh, it's reusable. So Chris, what happens then at the end of the job? Once it's activated with the water, are you then left with this massive heavy sock for next time? And have you got to like store that heavy wet sock in your van for next time? Because my van's not very big. If if it could sort of deflate again and you could roll it up, then it would sort of make sense, but I wouldn't want a big 17-foot sock in the van, you know what I mean? Especially if it's dripping water and stuff. Ben uses water barrier. Oh, is that the same thing? Oh, this one's bright orange, look. I don't need 10 of them. Look, it's an orange one. Oh, I'm going to have to get that one, aren't I? High-vis orange. I don't need 10. Have they got that? But oh, this is indoor. Doesn't matter. King Con, how you doing, mate? I think it's a 4-to-1 mix. It's hard to work out, isn't it? Nasty, you're right, mate. Joining late, but didn't Partridge use one? I don't know. I don't watch a lot of other YouTubers, to be honest. I have started recently. Fill it with water. I saw on a group I'm in recommending fire hose. Maybe go to your local fire station and ask them for 20 meters, and then just like fill it with water, like someone else said. Yeah. Can you buy it? Travis Perkins sell lay flat fire hose. Tool Station sell it. Two inch hose. So like clamp it on both ends and just fill it with water and just lie it down and then empty it. There's a heavy duty one there. How would you clamp it? You could put like a fitting on the end, couldn't you? And just bung it with a bungie. Oh, he fills it with water. That's interesting. I use old towels at the minute. It looks terrible, but it helps. Oh, that's yeah, that would look a bit unprofessional, wouldn't it? You can get 3-inch as well. You can just tie it. Oh yeah, just like tie a knot in it, yeah, I suppose. Oh, here's the 3-inch one from Tool Station, look. Oh, we'll have to get that then. It's 10 meters. That's... I might go and get one of them tomorrow. I'd want like a permanent solution for tying the end up. And you could also, oh, you know what you could do? You could tie it around like a hose fitting, so you can plug a hose onto the end of it. And it could be one of them hose lock ones where it, oh no. How would you empty it then? I don't know. Either way. Yeah, I'll have to get one of them. I love Tool Station. 24 quid. Bargain. Any guys in here dabble into standpipes? No. No, not looked into standpipes just yet. Are you looking at sort of commercial work? I've never had to use one. I've never needed to. I've done a few commercial jobs and they've always had water on site, so it's been fine. I think when it comes to like street cleaning and stuff, that's when they're useful. Get one that fits and then ratchet strap. Yeah. Jubilee clip the end. Yep, true. True. Sorry guys, I'm just replying. You can use no nonsense degreaser from Screwfix or Synergy Pro from Pure Seal. I'd be happy to do it for them. Standpipe licenses are expensive. Just out of curiosity, is the new machine the 30 litre per minute 125 bar machine from AC Pressure Washers? No, it's not. It's a Honda 660 with a 30 litre per minute 200 bar pump from Rutland Pumps. 2 primary schools looking for roof cleans and car park cleaning. One car park is over 1,000 square meters. Insane. Are you doing roofs now, mate? No, I'm not. Would love to see some roof pressure washing, not gonna lie. Yeah, I've only pressure washed one roof. I've scraped a few, but I've only pressure washed one. That was with CMT, Callum. I can't remember his name. Callum. I can't remember his name. I did a job with him in Birmingham where I pressure washed a roof with him. Can't see myself doing it, to be honest. A lot of extra equipment. You need an extra person. You need a tower. Lots of cleanup afterwards. It's just messy. I don't like it. I have a block paving drive to do in a few weeks. Issue is I have a few plaster, cement and tile adhesive marks. What can I use to remove that? Thinking brick acid, but don't want to damage the blocks. So you've got a few options. Brick acid generally is fine. Some blocks it can discolor them, but you can also add surfactant to brick acid to try and help keep it on the surface rather than being absorbed into the bricks. But also, as always, Pure Seal comes to the rescue with concrete and grout remover, and this particular one is non-acid. Well, it's not sulfuric or phosphoric acid, which most brick acids are, I think. So you might want to consider this one. And in the tags here, it says you can use it on polished and honed stone. You can use it on slate, clay block paving, concrete block paving. Generally, I look at these categories and the tags, and that's generally what it's safe on. So that might be something you want to consider. No worries. Self-inflating flood control on Amazon. Isolating valve on the end of the hose. What's an isolating valve? Oh, like a ball valve. That's a good idea, yeah. Like a little one, and then put a hose adapter on the end of it. Oh, that would be a cool little build, actually. That could be another thing we can add to Smelt's shop. I'm going to make one tomorrow and make a video about it, and then everyone else is going to steal our idea. Start selling them. prefer Smart Seal? Yeah, I've bought a few bits from Smart Seal. Right. What was I looking at? Self-inflating flood control. I'll have a look at that later, I think. The inventor never makes money. You have 37 witnesses to your invention. It was a team effort, guys. Oh, I made a logo that I'm wondering if you guys would, whether you could see it on merch or not. I actually stole it and changed it. Can't remember where I saved it. There it is. What do you think of that? For like a hat or a t-shirt, just to go there. Sort of inconspicuous, not too like cleaning servicey. Jake Smeltstein. You know, like how if I was to do merch, it would have to be sort of pressure washing related. And it wouldn't, I think it would lose its coolness. I don't think people would want to wear it because it looks like you work for a company. Whereas I think something like this is kind of subtle. But if you do it small enough and if it looks posh, potentially even embroidered. I don't know how you'd do the gradient embroidered. It might have to be like a sticker, like one of those transfers. I think that on a hat, like a small emblem on a t-shirt, could look sick for some merch. And then do some shorts with it on as well. I'd wear it. Let me know what you think. I might get the place that does my clothing, I might get them to do me a few like mock-ups. So this job, you know, the video that I put up today. Oh, okay. I've been trying to get back to this job since I filmed this video. It's been like a week, and I'm trying to get back there to sand and seal. But the weather's been so bad all week. It's been nothing but rain. And the lady's concerned, and rightly so, she's concerned that the weeds are going to start sprouting. And the whole point in doing the wash, sand and seal, and then the follow-up biocide treatments, the whole point in that is to help manage the weeds and to stop them coming back through. And I told her, like, it's not a foolproof method. It's like you're never going to stop weeds, but this would certainly help. But we haven't really been given the best of head starts, where I've left it a week after cleaning it, with no sand between the joints. And it looks like it's going to be another week now, because it's going to be raining on and off all week. I'm trying to find a break in the weather where I can just get back and at least resand it, even if I can't seal it, even if it's not dry enough to seal. At least maybe I can resand it. But when you have 2 weeks of rain, it's just it just puts everything behind. Oh, one thing I forgot to mention, and I know I keep bringing up this porcelain job, but I've never had it before, and it's something that I didn't really consider. But it was raining all day again. Yes, I did buy the hose couplings. You've got an option on the Gardener backpack whether you want like the hose lock adapters on there, and that's the ones I chose. Yeah, really handy, super handy. I didn't consider I was doing this job in the pouring rain. It was literally pouring all day. I got absolutely soaked. I was wearing waterproofs, but I got home and my pants were soaked. And I realised like I was doing quite a weak mix anyway with the hypo. And I was also quite conscious that there were like frogs and wildlife in the garden and stuff, so I didn't want to go crazy with it. But the rain was diluting my chemicals as I was putting them down, because it was raining so much. I hadn't even like considered that. I've never even thought that that could be a problem. But in some areas it just wasn't working at all. I had to reapply it 3 times, and I realised, oh, on the areas where I'm applying it in the heavy rain, it's not working so well. And then as soon as there's a break in the rain and I reapply it, it works fantastic. I'm like, oh well, it makes sense. I'm just I hadn't considered it. So that'll be something I'll do differently next time. Considering it was just a chemical wash as well, and I wasn't using any pressure there. Maybe that's something I should account for. Connor says, unrelated to the conversation, but when would you say is the best timing in the UK to upload and market jobs you've done? To upload and market jobs you've done to get the best performance out of the post. 5:30, 6 o'clock in the evening. There's no real difference in days that I've found. Although I think Fridays and Saturday nights people tend to be busy. They're not necessarily scrolling Facebook. But Monday nights work well for me, generally. But during the week, Sunday nights maybe, during the week, most days, 5:30, 6 o'clock when everyone's back from work. Even later, maybe 7, 8 o'clock, when they're just sort of sat. You got to think people are working till 5, they're travelling home, they're getting their dinner sorted, and then they might have a break and sit down for a bit. So you just got to think about what your routine is. And I've also noticed if I put 2 posts in a row, if I put one post out, a normal average post like I normally would, and then put another one out straight afterwards, they both do really badly. Whereas if I just do the one post, it'll get like 20-30 likes. If I put 2 out consecutively, they both get like 2 or 3 likes, and not half as much engagement. So just stick to the 1 per day, I'd say, because else I think the algorithm probably thinks you're spamming, and so it doesn't put it in front of as many people. Did you? I've read that. Hi Prince, how you doing, mate? Rain is a free rinse down from the Almighty. Yeah, true. Yeah, definitely. Ever worked on Easy Point or Easy Grout? Also, if you have, how have you gone about it? As I've heard it's quite fragile. Yeah, I've got a couple of videos on it actually. It's I've revisited one of the jobs that I did with it a year ago, and it's okay. It's not great. What is this song? So I've done a few videos using like pointing. This one, repoint, wash and treat, grey algae covered sandstone. So these were like 6mm wide, quite thin joints in porcelain. And then the other one that I've done is this one, this massive one in Wales that I did, which was awful. 250 square meters on my own, grinding out all the joints and repointing the whole thing. Took like 4 days. Had to get a hotel down there. Massively underestimated how much work was involved because I'd done this one before, and in this video, this is probably like one of my best repointing jobs. I was really happy with it. It's like the first one I did, and it was the easiest I've ever done. And it gave me like a false sense of how difficult the job is. So in this one, I could literally scrape it out with like a chisel. Didn't have to grind it. It was basically held together by moss. And the pointing was just so old. I was so happy with the results on this patio. Like I feel like I did such a good job on this one. But on this one I used the Sicker stuff from Wix, which I won't be using anymore. I'm going to get the Easy Point stuff because someone on the Pure Seal course recommended it. He said since I switched to the Easy Point stuff, Easy Joint I think it's called, he said it lasts so much longer, you get more, it's cheaper. So I did a chemical wash on that, and then lots of black spots remaining, so I did another chemical wash. That did a better job. And then I used this stuff, this Sicker Fast Fix, which I've used quite a lot. But I've been told from people who have been in the business a lot longer than I have that it won't last a year, and as soon as there's a frost, it's just not good. So you want to grind out all the joints, ideally with a grinder, which that's the most sort of strenuous task, is grinding out all the joints. Then you want to give the surface a really good clean, chemical treatment, and then you just wet the surface down, wet the stuff into like a slurry, brush it into the joints, and then you want to go over the whole lot with one of these little tools to compress it down. It's very satisfying. You get lots of residue on the surface, but once it dries, give it like 3 or 4 days to dry, and then you can just brush the surface of the slabs and it will get all that loose grit off the surface of the slabs. And when you put the stuff down, the slabs go like all oily, but you don't have to worry about it because that oil just washes off. I was really proud of that one. Like if you look at the before and then you look at the after, I know it's only a small area, but like I'm so pleased with that. Could you ask for a better result? Like if you had a contractor coming around your house and they left it looking like that, I'd be well pleased. No worries, Connor. Hope I explained it well enough. Hiya, Ross. How you doing, mate? H2O make repointing look so easy. Do they? I've not really watched any of their repointing videos, but they're very experienced. They've been going like over 8 years. Was just about to ask this question about the weeds growing. Mr. Clean, which question? Sorry, mate. Wicked, thanks, buddy. Also, appreciate what you're doing with the lives. No worries, mate. I'm trying to do these live streams just so that it's like an opportunity for people to ask those niggling questions that you don't think you can't Google some questions, can you? Because you need a very specific answer for a very specific application. And if I can help, like I'm very conscious that you guys, I don't want you to take everything that I say as like gospel, because you've got to remember that I've only been in the industry for less than 2 years, and so I'm just telling you guys my experience and what I've learned. So I wouldn't necessarily consider myself a professional yet, and my knowledge has only been gathered through my own experiences. So just take what I say with a pinch of salt. But if I can try and answer your questions, I'll do my best. I'm trying to be as honest as I can. You know what I mean? Sorry for the messages. No, you don't have to apologise, mate. Keep them coming. Gives me something to talk about, doesn't it? So jet washing a patio with pointing done a year ago should be fine. It depends how well it's been done. You don't know how the person before. You're supposed to grind down at least 25 mil, and if they've not ground down enough, and also if they've not compacted it with that little tool afterwards, then it's going to be very brittle, and you might bring a lot of it up with the pressure washer. It's very, very hard to tell until you start. You could go around with like a little screwdriver and just give it a little prod and see what happens. But I would always pre-warn the customer if the pointing looks at all fragile, especially if it's like a really nice patio. If the pointing looks fragile, just say we might lose a bit of this pointing. Like, you can gradually adjust the pressure and just say I'm going to start off low pressure and then I'll turn it up depending on how comfortable I feel with it. But you will lose some of this pointing. Hi Pookie, is that how you say your name, Pookie? Good evening, looking at starting my own pressure washing business soon. Nice, congratulations. Let me know if you've got anything you're unsure about. Leaving the block paving so long before resanding. Oh, you're about to ask about the weeds. Yes. Are you quite far behind, Mr. Clean? That I felt like we covered that quite a while ago. Have you got a bit of a delay on your stream? One of my questions is, what do you use for weed killing? Do you pre-treat first if it's bad? A week earlier or so? If so, what do you use? Or do you tell the customer to pre-treat? So I'm legally not allowed to pre-treat. I'm not allowed to use weed killer because I don't hold the appropriate license in the UK. I have done before I knew about this, and I used something called Path Clear, and I think it was from Buildland or Build Base. It looked like a container like this. I don't know what was in it. Yeah, it looked like that actually. I think it was from Buildland or Build Base, and it was fantastic. It worked really well. So when you're killing weeds, you don't want to pressure wash them out first and then apply weed killer, because it's not really going to do anything. You want to kill the weeds when there's leaves, because the weed killer is absorbed through the leaves. And so yes, you want to pre-treat or get the customer to pre-treat like a week to maybe 48 hours before you go to clean. 48 hours should be plenty for the weed killer to take action, and then it'll mean like those weeds will just pressure wash out like candy floss, and at that point the roots are going to be dead as well. So yeah, ideally, if it's bad, you're going to want to tell the customer to pre-treat for you, unless you want to risk it and go and do it yourself. But I don't know what sort of fines. I don't know whether you'd be heavily prosecuted for doing something like that when you're not supposed to. Or you can do what I do, and I recommend to customers contact my local grounds maintenance business, who I'm very friendly with. They feed loads of work onto me, and they've got the appropriate weed killing licenses, so they can come and do it for me. It's about 60 quid for like maybe 100 square meters. I was playing catch up but skipped forward, so I missed your answer. Oh, no worries. So with the block paving, I give it a good strong chemical treatment. So after I washed it, I give it a good strong hypo wash, and hopefully that will help to keep the weeds at bay for a while. But there's nothing you can do unless you're going to go in and wet sand, which I don't know if it's a good idea. I've heard it's very difficult to wet sand. Yeah, here's a little example of me cleaning a roof. You want to use a herbicide, but you need to hold the PA1 and PA6 to use chemicals for reward. It sounds a bit iffy, but I have asked ChatGPT some questions about pressure washing. It seems to work better than Google, especially on ratios of hypo and certain surfaces. That's a really good idea. Do you need an account? Do you need to like sign into an account? Or do you need to buy a certain amount of... That was a lot better than it looks, that cheese on toast. I never had raw onions like that, but it was really good. Do you need to pay for ChatGPT? Do you have like a certain amount of... Oh, it's free, Google account. Oh, nice. I'll have to have a look at that. We'll do it on the next stream. We'll do it together. I'll make a note of that. Throughout the week, I've got like a little notes folder for the topics that I want to cover in the stream, and I'll just, if I think of something, I'll just drop it into the notes folder, so it gives me a bit of content to talk about. So Chat GPT. So that'll remind me to make an account then. Jake, you can also put weed killer on after sanding as well. Yeah, that's interesting. How effective do you think weed killer is once it's been absorbed into the sand? Does it keep activating? Does it carry on working? Like, what would be... I wonder what the mechanism of weed killer is, and how it would work in sand, and whether it just sits there dormant until maybe like a seed lands there, but then the seed can't populate or germinate. Pukey, thanks for the sub. Like, I wonder how that works. Was thinking maybe once I resanded either weed killer or biocide. So I think biocide would be the option I'd go for if I haven't got a weed killing license. You could use an X-Jet for the biocide, or you could use a gardener backpack like I'm doing now. This is how I apply biocide. Gardener backpack and a water-fed pole. You can do it on ground surfaces and roofs. Some cats are having a go at each other. So I started my week off. I think it was Friday. Saturday morning, I woke up to this. It was 4:30 a.m. Was it Saturday morning? Can you hear that? There's this fox in the bush. And he was attacking something, because something was in the bush, like whimpering, like crying, and it was like a full-on scrap. The bush was like moving around, and I don't think it was mating, because it sounded like there was a little dog in there crying, little tiny dog or something. But I went down there in the morning and stuck my head in the bush. I couldn't see anything. I'm going to be doing a new what's in the van video soon, because things are changing. Yeah, that was definitely the fox making that noise. Two foxes being foxy, you reckon? I need to get this lens out for my camera again. I really enjoy using this camera lens. It's a changeable lens on this one that I'm using now, but I just use my phone now when I'm recording videos. But this does look a lot better, doesn't it? A lot more professional. And then there's the GoPro that just looks awful. I used the GoPro 3 or 4 times. I just hated the footage from it. It always just looked bad. Hero 7, I think that was. Yeah, RB, I have. They're doing the Honda machines now, aren't they? They're business packs. You can get a lot. You can get a lot for your money there, can't you? Really. Cleaning specialist startup package. What do you get in the gold pack? So I think that looks similar to the machine that I've got. Is that 15 litres per minute? Yeah. Oh, I've got the 3700 PR. I don't know what the difference with the PSI is. Oh. Oh, I'm an idiot. That's the model name. That's the pump. So with this you get the X-Jet, you get an extendable lance, surface cleaner with the wash down broom on the front of it, which is cool. I had to play with one of those. You get the machine, you get a turbo nozzle, you get a adjustable nozzle there. I guess a bunch of different professional nozzles, like higher quality ones than the ones that come on the back of the machine there. This looks like a flow. We spoke about this on the stream last time. It's like a flow or like a flow adjustment or pressure adjustment. I don't know whether it was flow or pressure, but you can put it like between the lance and the hose, so you can actually change it without walking back to the machine, which is pretty cool. I might look into one of those. And then you get 3 lots of hoses. Why'd you get 3 hoses? And then you get some super foam. Let's have a look at this. Hiya Ross. Yes, I turn the revs right down on the machine and then it gets nice and foamy. If the revs are too high, it doesn't foam up very well. How much are GoPros, Jake? Can you keep reusing the SD cards? Yeah, once you fill up the SD card, you just use the footage or delete it or move it to somewhere else and then stick it back in and use it again. I don't know how much GoPros are, to be honest, mate. I used my brother's. I've literally just had to send it back to him. He's asked for it because he's in Australia and he's moving again soon. He's traveling and he's doing some scuba diving, so he's asked if I could send it him back. So I had to sort of package it all up and send this little GoPro to Australia. 22 quid. The fox came round for a quote. You thought about going for the silver. Buy cheap, buy twice. So I was affiliated with this company for a while. And I was promoting their products and I was putting the links to their products in the descriptions, and I was earning money from people who clicked those links and then bought products. That looks good, doesn't it? I'd like one of those power brooms. And then we had a bit of a fallout because I was putting some like just honest reviews of the stuff that I'm very honest about everything that I buy. And I was disappointed with the gutter vac that they sent me because it didn't look like it was advertised well, like it wasn't the product that I ordered, basically. And then they rang me and just said we I don't think we can continue this affiliateship if you're making like videos like that. And I agree. Like I got to the point where I couldn't recommend their stuff anymore, and the amount of problems I was having with my machine, I couldn't recommend that machine anymore. I mean, at the price point, you expect it to be a lower quality, but it wasn't just the product. It was like the support that I got afterwards as well. The after sales support was just non-existent. And yes, they sent me out replacement parts and stuff, but I really had to badger them, and just didn't get good vibes. Like the conversations were just not very nice. Felt like I was being accused of like breaking the machine on purpose, or like it was my fault. Oh my god, equipped to clean machines are not great. Parts, you can't get all the Chinese parts. I had one, lasted 4 months. Yeah, you're not the only one, mate. That's the consensus across all of the Facebook pages. Everyone says don't buy from Equipped to Clean because your machine will either break or you'll have terrible after sales service. I mean, for the 900 quid that I spent on my machine, it's earned me. It started my business and it's earned me so much money, and I've been able to put up with the problems I've had with it. And it allowed me, at my budget level, it allowed me to like start my business. But there's a difference between me being accepting of that and then actually recommending them to other people. Like I don't really recommend them. And I'm sure the products get better. You know, the more development the products they have, the more development on the products they have. Like they're supplying their products with Honda engines now, which is, you know, another step towards being more reliable. But I think the main problem everyone has is the when you do get a fault, when you do get something go wrong, you're not treated very nicely, in my experience. And this is just what I've read on the Facebook pages as well. And don't take too much notice of the reviews either, because you don't see the bad reviews. You can see all these are 5-star reviews. I think I've given this one a 5-star review actually, but then I think I tried to change my review or add to it, because the reviews have got to be verified. Look, that's my picture I've put there, and I tried to change my review or add another review later on, and then I also reviewed some of the other products, and if it wasn't 5 stars, it didn't appear on the page, which is very convenient. And a lot of the reviews are from people that they've obviously sent products out to, and they've got like good relationships with. It's a shame, because I'm sure this website and this company have got a lot of people going. And for 900 quid for that machine, I expected there to be, you know, I didn't expect the highest of quality, but which is best to apply sealant with the gardener backpack or a roller? I wouldn't be filling my gardener backpack with sealer. You can use a roller on block paving, on slabs and stuff, but you don't want to be using a roller on block paving, because you'll pull the sand from out from between the joints, and you'll end up spreading sand on top of the blocks. But when you're ready, when you've done a bit of sealing and you're happy, and you want to offer sealing as a service regularly, you might want to consider one of these. This is what I've got. It's a lot of money, but they're fantastic, and as long as you look after it, it will last you forever. It's got the proper Viton seals in it, so the seals aren't going to die. Well, they might eventually, but you can replace them. But when I'm sealing slabs or tarmac or whatever, I'm just using a roller and a tray, like one of those deep bucket style trays. But when I'm doing block paving, I'm always using a sprayer like this now. Hi Andy. Good to know not to use Equip to Clean. Where did you buy your pressure washer then, mate? I'll check it out. I bought it from Equip to Clean. So I've got the PR, the 3700 PR. So this is one I've got, 15 litre per minute. But like I said, I've had lots of issues with it, and apparently they were my fault. I'm offering gutter cleaning without having the equipment and sealing. If I can pick any jobs up firstly before I run out and pay 500 quid for a gutter vac. Yeah, it's definitely a good investment for the winter. You can do gutters by hand. I was talking to my mate about it earlier. You right, girlie? Come here. Hi. You okay? Did you wake up?
What did you say?
Did you wake up? Do you need toilet? Yeah? Okay, go on then. I'll come and help you. Guys, I'll be back in a sec. You might want to consider something like this for gutters when you're first starting out. You can get these poles with those on the end. She wants to be nosy. I heard her crying. She woke up crying. I'll be back in a sec. She didn't need toilet. She just went and got back into bed, bless her. Right, let's catch up on these messages. Sorry, guys. It's what you can afford to start with. I bought mine from Rutland Pumps. Best machine by far. Yep. Yeah, if you can afford like a proper machine first time, I'd definitely do that. Would you use hypo in the gardener backpack? Yes, that's what I've done for like the first 12 months of business, but you've got to remember to clean it out after every use, else you're going to kill the pump. I gave a quick to clean a 1-star for all what you have said. Very bad customer service. You gave a quick to clean a 1-star. Oh, don't go and no, don't go and give them fake reviews for stuff. That's not what I'm asking you to do. I don't think that's a good idea. Good to know, no worries. I looked there but went to Rutland Pumps for my machine. I don't know what it's like in England, but I've been doing solar panel cleaning. Easiest money there is. Yeah, if you're comfortable being up on roofs or being up high, my friend offers solar panel cleaning and pigeon proofing. So this is my friend's business, and he loves climbing on roofs. He did a job for one of my customers the other day where he put this little topper on because he kept getting pigeons pooing down into the chimney. I did a bit of solar panel cleaning for him as well. It's fun. It's quite a nice job. And like, you don't need crazy products. A lot of the time you just need water and then just access, so like a ladder and a extendable pole with a brush. Do you use surfactant for sodium hypochlorite when using the X-Jet? Yes. So the one I get is from, I keep bringing this website up, but this is just where I buy my products from, so I have no problem recommending them. I use this stuff: Pure Seal, Pure Surf Boost. So the hypo that I buy is in 25-litre barrels, and I can probably get like 5 uses out of one of these little 5-litre containers. So I can fill 5 25-litre barrels because I'm only adding like less than a litre. It recommends, I think it recommends 500 ml for 25 litres, but I've found that it's not been quite foamy enough, so I've added more like 750 ml for 25 litres. Works well for me. Right guys, I'm going to leave it there. I think I've gone over everything that I wanted to go over, unless there's any more questions. Cheapest Rutland pumps pressure washer is £3 grand. I don't think that's necessarily true. You might also want to consider PWS. They do their alpha range of pressure washers, and you can spec it out exactly how you'd like. So the alpha A2, you could choose potentially a GX390, and then if you want to go straight for the 21 litre per minute unit, and maybe you want to get yourself the turbo pack, and that comes in at 1800 quid plus VAT, and that is a fantastic first machine. No worries, Joe. You misread my message. I gave them 1 star because my machine lasted 4 months. Oh, my bad. My bad. The head went on your machine after 4 months and they wouldn't replace it. Is your interestingly, like, is your review still on the website, or did it ever appear? Where did you find that fire hose again earlier? Toolstation. The 3-inch one was at Toolstation. I think they do different sizes. When do you upload times and days roughly, mate? William, the videos go live at 5:30 on Monday nights. So the video gets uploaded 5:30, and then 2 hours later I go live on stream to try and answer as many questions as I can. The lady hasn't got back to me yet. I still don't think she's read that message, but I'll let you know how it goes with the quote. I want to say thank you to all the members, for you guys who have chosen to become paid members of the channel. Anyone who becomes a circle member or above will get access to the private WhatsApp group, and anyone who's subscribed tonight to the membership, I'll add them on after the stream. Thank you, Joe. Thank you for the donations as well. I really appreciate it. This is so insane that that you guys are like, not only am I able to earn money through YouTube ad revenue, but you guys are choosing to pay me as well for for the videos and for the live streams and for the advice. So I really appreciate you all. Great stream. I wanted to say for the last 30 minutes, but I got hooked. Just bought the Kiam 3700. Hopefully it won't cause me many problems. Mine's been okay. For the money, I'm okay with it, and I'm surprised it's lasted as long as it has. Right, guys. The quoting tool. If anyone wants to use that quoting tool, the link is in the description the link is in the description in the last video, so you can download it in the description of my most recent upload if you want to have a play around with that. Have I got anything else to say? I don't think so. Oh, no way. CDS, that's frustrating, isn't it? Very annoying. Next week's video is going to be a banger. I'm going to get if everything goes to plan, my new machine is coming this week. I've already recorded lots of footage for it. Looking forward to recording more. I've got a week off, so I've got plenty of time to film and edit and put things together, testing, all that sort of stuff. It's going to be a banger. So thank you guys for watching. Is it? Oh, Dirt Doctor, you're making me stick around here. Look, I really want to see it now. Orange. Hose. What would you call it? Like a low pressure hose? Hose. Extra video whilst you're off. Oh, I don't know. I could do if I get that tool station fire hose thing and make it blue nylon. Garden hose. I need a Wii as well. There it is. Look. I need to get that, don't I? How much is that? Say I want 50 meters. This website doesn't load properly on the desktop version. You can get the 3/4 inch 50 meter roll. Oh, I'm desperate for a Wii. Desperate for a Wii. So it's the 21742. 21742. This picture's in the way. I can't see the price. I can't see the price. I'm guessing it's the most expensive one. 185 quid for a low pressure hose. 50 meters though. And then you need to buy a reel as well. Oh, add it to the cart. Oh, come on. Come on. I really need a Wii. It's not working. I'll have to have a look on my phone later. Right, it doesn't matter. Anyway, thank you guys for watching. I really appreciate you all. I'm going to look into that. Have a great evening, and I appreciate you all. Thanks for watching the videos, and thanks for tuning into the live stream. Thanks for all your questions, support. I love it. Thank you. See you in a bit.
You built me up and broke me down. This is how